channel. um, I felt prompted to go live and share some things, as you could probably depict from the title, pick up from the title. um, that it's some downloaded promptings. I didn't think that this was going to zoom in this much. Now I'm thinking I should back this camera up. Let's see. Do anything. Okay, a little better. So, I feel like. So the other day I was watching Amani's um, live on Instagram, where thank you for the like, peace, how are you? And she was talking about how she was almost like she was getting nauseous, and she was nauseous, um, because she had something she was prompted to speak upon, and she was nauseous until she literally went live on IG and then let it out. So I was kind of feeling like that earlier. I was getting really anxious, and so I decided to journal. Yeah, because I've been I've been in plot. What the fuck? I've been um adding more healthy lifestyle choices to my life. Like walking daily. Because I don't do as much yoga or like any exercise as I should, and especially to see the results of my body that I like. So, or desire, I should say. So, yeah, I've been walking more. It's been helping. It's been feeling good, I should say, like to walk. As I already know, like people be like, oh, you like exercise. People that go to the gym a lot. Hi, peace, wisdom. This is right on time. It took me all day to like sit down here and start, but it's good to know. We stay in divine timing and alignment. Welcome back. Thank you. um, so it feels good to be back, but let me not get off track. So yeah, I don't know if you follow Amani on IG, Amani Davis from Inner Circle. Fly High Gangs. But, so she was talking about like basically getting out what you need to get out and following promptings, and how she is working on her throat chakra and speaking up more. So I definitely resonated with that, because I can't remember exactly what like her message was. Oh, it was about growth. Like even if you forget about certain things, like they're still gonna grow. Because she had these plants that she forgot about, and like for years, and like, I forgot what they were called, like some plants I never even heard of. And they were still green and growing, even though she thought, oh, it's been years. Like they probably did, and like so it was a whole lesson. So you should check it out if you follow her. Moon Raina, I believe, is her at on IG. So anyway, yeah, it was good message. So earlier I felt like journaling, because I have to do that more, and that's a key step in shadow work. Like I all my life, and I was reflecting on this earlier today, because like my moon cycle started so on this new moon in divine alignment and divine timing. But anyway, and I was reflecting on how I used to like sit with myself if I was especially like heavily emotionally triggered by some things, and during the day like sit in my room and just like, well, depending on a certain age, I would know like, oh, I'm talking to my ancestors, and then it kind of like fades away and just came like more like ego took over. But anyway, so some point I have memories of like me like kind of like not visually or vividly seeing any like shapes or beings, but like picturing, like, especially like my grandma and my grandpa, like in my head, if I was like ranting or whatever, or like asking questions like, why is this happening? And like doing shadow work, but I wasn't journaling it or writing it down. So I was only doing half the work, most of my life. So I felt earlier, oh, let's write this down. We know better, you do better, and that has been popping up repeatedly the past couple weeks as well. So I'm doing better. So I felt prompted to share some things that I wrote, and then I felt prompted to catch Hood Mystics live. It was after it was live, but his live earlier today about the new moon, and circadian, I want to say that's the word that he used. I didn't look it up. Usually I look up everything. I didn't look it up, so I don't know how it's spelled, so I don't know how it's properly pronounced. But yeah, like the circadian calendar, no, not calendar, astrology, whatever, zodiac. Keep going, I'll pay dividends. Wait, oh, okay, good. Because first he was just disappearing, and I'm like, I'll pay dividends in your personal work. Oh, thank you, because I'm here. That's also what he was touching on. Like, are you going basically just like save away at a job, or are you going to actually like devote yourself to your soul mission and your soul and listen to your soul? And he brought up, well, okay, now I'm jumping around, but like, let me get into it. So, anyway, where was I? Yeah, so I was watching his live earlier about the circadian, I guess, zodiac, and that it is the new moon, and some people would think that it's in, what did he say? I can't remember. What is it right now? Not did he say Leo? I don't feel like he said Leo. It was something else. But anyway, that is in Cancer in the circadian like aspect. So that was resonating, and that was resonating with stuff I had to heal obviously about earlier, and like mother energy and divine feminine energy, and me starting dance lessons to heal my sacral chakra. You know how spirit be spirit and stuff like that. So it was just like all hidden. So anyway, I wrote some stuff down. I will share what seemed prompted to expand. So yeah, I'll just get into it. Stop. What is this called? Stalling. Yeah, that. I feel like. Sorry, let me start. All right. I feel like expelling and communicating, maybe going live. I know I have plenty of messages to share with the realms and decoding to do. I feel like belting and singing, frolicking gracefully, and dancing in an immensely gorgeous, iridescent food forest. I feel a bit guilty as a result of disloyalty, disobedience, and entertaining distractions. I still feel as I am forever battling my ego, as long as we're breathing on this realm. Psych. Well, no, for real, no psych. But anyway, I'll continue. I feel as my ego slash self for the okay. I still feel as I am forever battling my ego and self for the truth and control. I feel as I don't do enough. I feel I don't want to be affirmative, but that I'm just reading what we found. That's journaling. Anyway, I have a feeling of doubt, of doubt to destroy. What? I have a feeling of doubt to destroy of sheep-like dendrites, fearing mistakes as if they are real. I feel a feeling of doubt to destroy sheep-like dendrites, fearing fearing mistakes as if they are real. If that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Okay. The spiritual warfare perpetuated by our own very own families, guardians, role models, and selves. Like always knowing via claircognizance that God makes no mistakes. Everything happens for a reason. Like, and then that made me think of it as a microcosm, or yeah, a microcosm, chasm that Professor Mallory was talking about. You know what I'm talking about, wisdom. And like the micro and macro chasms, and like the principle of it. Yeah. So Google it if you don't know. So I was thinking like, okay, so the microcosm would be like the cliche that we all have heard. God makes no mistakes, and everything happens for a reason. Okay, so what is the macrocosm to that? Why am I living every day? Oh no, you trying to get me? You trying to get me? Okay, what is? I don't have my notes right here, but I believe that it's basically getting at like if something is true to a little to like basically testing a theory, like all right, I'm gonna have to like flip it and reverse it, to make it make sense to me, and if it resonates with you, you here for a reason. But anyway, so breaking it down, let's compare it to like a theory. Okay, you test this theory turns out to be not a theory, it's true. Okay, it works. Okay. So how hypothesis go? Anyway, or should I have said you have a thought you have a hypothesis, it turns out true, it turns into a theory or law, whatever. But anyway, roll with me. So the microcosm was the minute and minuscule version of the concept, and then it proved to be true and it worked in the theory, right? Okay, after your variables, your control variables, all that was successful, all that, blah, blah, blah. So all right, so if you test that theory again, it should work. So then the theory is like the macrocosm, because you keep trying that theory again, it should work. Something like that. But that's why I didn't want to use theory. I want to say law, because laws, we know, are forever gonna be true. So like maybe I shouldn't have used that analogy, but I think you get the point. So the microcosm is the cliche that we've all heard, or the cliche terms that we all heard, or phrases I should say, that everything happens for a reason and God makes no mistakes. So the microcosm that would be is 1010. Does it make sense? Okay, so the microcosm of that concept that God makes no mistakes, therefore everything happens for a reason, or vice versa, you want to switch that. Everything that you do, I mean, whether you want to believe in fate or destiny, blah 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 blah, like you can't. I want to say you can't do wrong, because that's not how, like, putting it in the simplest words. Like, things can confuse you that way. But I think y'all get what I'm getting. Like, things are destined to happen. Whether you feel like in that moment that it's bad, there's a silver lining to everything. I'm not just going to use a bunch of cliches, but I hope that that's resonating. Because, yeah. So, like, we have traumas to trigger us to evolve into the best version of ourselves. And without those, you'd be like a spoiled prick that is enabled and never really learned anything, and you couldn't help yourself. And that brings me to what I thought about earlier before I went live. My Twitter, thank you, mother. My pinned tweet is, you can't you can only help those who want to help themselves. Like, you can't save somebody. They have to help themselves. Like, you can only save yourself, basically. That's not the exact quote, but you get what I'm getting at. So, yeah. Now I lost my train of thought. I hope that made some sense. Cause like, okay, so that ties in, and what prompted me to download that, or why I received that and touched on that earlier today, was because I was beating myself up, which is why I felt like I needed to journal, because I felt like I wasn't doing enough. And so if I'm always in alignment, and at least as a spiritual being, I am aware, and someone that is aware of their soul and their higher self and their connection and alignment of that existence, and that there could be no you in this physical plane without that tie to that source. If you are someone with a soul, then you can't ever, like, the inevitable is inevitable. So if you're here, you're a spiritual being, if you're a part of my soul family, or you have your own soul family, and you have these category 3s that you're destined in this lifetime or many lifetimes, if it's not this lifetime, it's a soul mission. So at some point, your souls are going to do what they got to do, because God created everything. I mean, like, nothing can be created or destroyed. Like, existence is just existence. So everything's gonna exist and carry on as nature shows us every day. Natural fires, wildfires, blah blah blah, new things grow from those. A desert is never fully barren. It's always capable of new life, vegetation, growth, blah 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 blah. Like, resurrection. And I didn't even know it was going to go down the resurrection, but resurrection, evolution, ascension, they all tie together. So I guess that's why. And then, like, the sun, and we was talking about Christ. Well, Hood Mystic earlier was touching on Christ energy and the Cancer and Capricorn axis energy. And so that's probably why that popped up. But yeah, so I took some notes from him. New moon in Cancer, okay, and he was talking about the essence of, well, what he read on and touched on was rising above the strong, like, Cancer energy, and how to, like, move through manifesting in this new moon in Cancer. That if you have certain Cancer placements, that this idea of rising above the strong waves of emotion, dealing with Cancer energy, isn't the way to go about manifesting under this moon. Like, okay, taking action would counteract the Cancer energy of rising above the strong waves of emotions. Something like that. You know what? Just ignore that, because it's been a minute since I watched this video. So let me see. Hold on, let me just read for a second. See if I can jog my memory. Okay, so what I wrote on was pretty much like, I was just taking from it, which ain't necessarily touched directly on what he was saying when he said the words. But anyway, so roll me. So I just wrote down what resonated with me, because that's how you take notes, for real. Rising above the strong waves of emotions is like Cancer energy, okay? And then that made me think of the crab. Oh yeah, that's why it's the crab, right? Okay. I'm thinking of a crab, like, are waves gonna really make? Okay, I'm sure, like certain waves, obviously, like crabs can wash up on the shore, but like them, I'm just picturing a crab like walking across the bottom of a sea floor, ocean floor, like unbothered by the tides, for real, for real. When he said those words, that's what came to me. Don't blame me. Whatever, judge me if you want. I don't care. So, and then the crab, baby, so securely crawling on the ocean floor, and then he touched on like the deep intuition energy of Cancer because it represents mother energy, like my big mama universe energy, one and the same. And then he usually looks up like etymology and just like overall he'll like show you on the screen in his streams if you've never watched the Mystic Live, of like what he's reading and like where he's getting it from, and like all the research and like definitions and stuff like that. So like I say that to say that under the Cancer energy, it brought up, it mentioned like Maria. I know it mentioned Mary, like Virgin Mary, and the mother, and the way that Virgin Mary represented, or okay, the energy and the basically how Mary influenced Jesus Christ energy, the Son, you know, blah blah blah. So mother energy, Virgin Mary is mother energy, which goes down to Cancer energy, but yes, it can also correlate to Virgo energy, as I know my mother is waiting to say. But anyway, we're talking about Cancer energy. So and so I wrote down, because either today or yesterday, no, yeah, earlier today, because of course, I was scrolling on TikTok uh, before I started journaling, and I saw this woman, either I think it was TikTok or IG. Her name is Sticky Iggy Truth, and she be talking about the Sticky Iggy Truth, like she would be, you know, she's like a soothsayer. So that's why she resonates with me, and I follow her. But she posted this like ancient Ethiopian. It was a video of people visiting Ethiopia, and these people were showing it. I don't know if it was like an old library or whatever, and they were showing these old hymn books, ancient hymn books, and but the video that I specifically clicked on, because it was a multi-part video, was them talking about like opening the book and looking up how the highlighted like gods and deities were in red, and you read Maria and talked about how Maria is basically the Virgin Mary, blah blah blah. So that resonated with me, and I was like, okay, mother energy, and then that's how I connected. Like Mother, Mary, Maria, obviously different languages, different cultures, but truth is truth, as Professor Melanie always be saying. So that's why they resonate with the basically the same exact name, different translations of it. And like mama and all that having like etymology, that's language. It's synonymous, I want to say, or consistent is a better word. And then we broke down what that meant. So that's the feminine, that's the soul. Mother energy, it translated. So that prompted me to remind myself I need to get out and house ways that I can amplify my manifestation and my spiritual work in ways that I feel like I am feeling it. And I can take this energy now, because it's prime energy, especially Cancer season, or not, I shouldn't say Cancer season, but in this Cancer moon energy, to get to water. And I played, well, okay. Before I journaled, I was feeling real anxious. So before I actually started journaling, I decided to play some like sacral chakra healing music, and then that prompted me to the song that I used to play in like 2020, 2021, when I used to like take my spiritual bath seriously, like almost daily, and I would have my daily bath rituals, get in the water, and I was really trying to connect to my, you know, Akashic records and my ancestral DNA, and So the song is called Mother I Feel You. And I was prompted to play that. So I was like, let me get up, get in the grass, and just like flow and dance and heal my sacral chakra and calm down and ground myself. And that's what I did. And I felt immediately better as soon as the song ended and I started dancing. And so then I sat down and then I started journaling. So all this mother and like then I was prompted and I saw the Hood Mystic Live, so that's why that's in the middle of my journal page. And I was like, always in divine order. Because I didn't know that was the new moon. And then when I obviously saw his title and started watching the video, I'm like, okay, it's a new moon. Because I was just thinking, like, I'm ready to manifest and get this right this time, because I was feeling that way about this last moon cycle, but it took me forever to finally finalize and finish my full moon contract. So I was like, okay, fresh start, new moon, new month. Like, I'm ready for this next new moon, but I didn't want to like contradict manifestations by like trying to jump on, rushing and trying to jump onto the new moon before the full moon has actually like done waxing or whatever. So I guess waning or whatever. So whichever one it is. And so then I see, oh, it's a new moon today. And let me stop second guessing my intuition and just go with what I felt. Felt ready to manifest, then just get creating. So that's why I'm here creating, because I don't do that enough. And he pulls cards a lot for because he'll do daily energy readings. So he pulled a couple cards, and Two of Cups came up, and then he broke that down, or like looked up what that meant. And love was like the energy, the main word, the main concept we took from that. And then Three of Cups symbolizing abundance, and then Four Cups was luxury. And then he was tying that back to Cancer energy. And okay, so I believe he first pulled the Chariot card, and then got into the Two of Cups, and then Three of Cups. But and then just broke down the Three and Four of Cups. So I don't think he pulled the Three or Four. I think he just pulled the Two. But anyway, he was just tying it together into his lesson. But yeah, you should definitely check that out if you haven't checked that out. And so when I wrote down, if you can see here, Cancer. Let me see. Hi, Sarami. I'm feeling abundant while listening to you. Lakshmi energy runs through you like crazy. It do, because I painted my nails green because I was over here scratching my hands to make it. Like, I ain't playing. Like, these dendrites, these old dusty, crusty, dilapidated, poor, like peasant Campesino dendrites that's been holding me back and blocking my blessings, they got to go. I'm setting them ablaze. Put your lighters up, because it's time for them to go. We clean out. Y'all hear that? Pack your bags up and get out. Poor black and ugly dendrites got to go, because there's no room. There's no room for them. Ashe. Good, thank you. And I've been spending more to, work on my money trauma and stop considering why I shouldn't purchase something, and talk myself out of purchasing something lately. So I got me a new camera. Sorry, it's a little side note. Swerve real quick. Detour. So I got a new camera for my channel. I finally got, my first vlogging camera or whatever. And you got a new camera too? Woohoo! What was I gonna say? Wait, is your camera broke? But anyway, and I got a tripod. I have this tripod I'm using now, but this is like a phony little cheap one from TikTok top. But I got a little more expensive one from TikTok that everybody was talking about, and it's built different. And yeah, talk that talk. We manifest as we speak. Period. As we preach. Like, but anyway, yes. So I am a trillionaire. Is that how you say that? That's the highest number I know, but I don't know how you like. Would it be trillion? Is it trillion? I don't know. Somebody look that up. Cause we gonna start saying that. Cause why stop at trillion then? Anyway, I think that's like the 26 like million. I got a new lens. Oh, okay. It like comes with this big lens, so I don't know if you could use it without the lens that attaches or not. I gotta get into lenses, but purchasing with Amazon, period. So yes, money is coming in, and then I know you know creative rulers. I know that used to be her like tag, but Victoria. I know she changed it to Victory in Me. Like if you know her wisdom, she did a like the it's just money freestyle like open verse challenge. Like you know, I'm pretty sure you've seen a few of ours. But yeah, hers like first of all, I didn't know she had the bars. I know half of as many people as I saw this just had the bars, but okay, I was about to say I know you know everyone. So yes, I was listening to hers. It popped up on my TikTok the other day, and I was like, you know what, I need to be listening to this more because she really went off and like watch me do my money dance. Like, I just, you know, I was like, let me listen to hers every day. Like, let me listen to mine and hers. Let me just get in the habit of listening to our own money mantras, and I need to post more affirmation videos, but in due timing. So, yes, money coming in. That's the energy in this Lionsgate prep. You know, we getting ready for the portal. But anyway, yes. So, I'm showing y'all this. We back in the lane. So, it's backwards, ain't it? How do I stop mirroring it? Anyway, okay, so I wrote notes under the 2 cups. Transit love, okay, 3 of cups, abundance, 4 cups, luxury, and then that all time back to Cancer energy, and from him pulling the Chariot card. So I wrote down Chariot, and as I was writing down Chariot, is it like I was gonna say Swing Low? Is that the same song? Swing Low, sweet chariot coming forth to carry me home. That came to my head. So you know how I be decoding music, so I was like, okay, we're gonna have to decode that at some point. But not tonight. And then I wrote down Mother other night. Because that's clearly the theme of today. Connect to the mother. The mother is you if you didn't know. So connect to yourself. And the way to connect to the mother is going within. So it's like going within could look like brushing your teeth for some people. But do you? Alright, I need to chill. I need to chill out. I had a whole karaoke session before I did this to warm up my throat. It's like, girl, I'm amped. Okay. What spirit? What y'all wanted to be? Okay. Junk DNA activate. Junkie. Or junk. Or both. So, okay. The armor of the soul. He said that. I can't remember. Pretty sure that came off the same page of the Chariot when he was talking about the Chariot card. But anyway, the armor of his soul is. Okay, the armor of I'm throwing shit. Let's see if it's thick. Okay, I wrote down the armor of the soul is engaged through movement. That's what he was saying. He was like, that's why I exercise, you know. If I want some money, I could just work out. Like, he didn't say that in exact words, but that's what he was getting at. You know, like, you gotta flow. Like, you can't, he was basically saying, like, you can't just be setting intentions and then watching Netflix and just sitting on your couch and blah, 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 blah. And, period, I am. And is. But anyway, and then expecting, you know, you to be a YouTuber, whatever your dream is. Like, you can't just be, you know. So that's what he was getting at. He was like, I don't gotta work to make money. I could work out and money won't come to me, basically. So the point is, move your body because that's flowing, and keep the flow going because currency flows, and that's how currency is supposed to flow. Just keep swimming, like Dory said, and yeah. So she seemed abundant. She was joy. She had peace. Okay, she had short-term memory, and that kept her at peace. So I take that. Like, no, I'm joking. But all right. And then I wrote down. So I wrote down the armor of the soul is engaged through movement, exercise, and motion. I've been walking more. So I'm like, I'm feeling good about, even though it took me my good old time to fill out, to finalize my full moon contract and flush it down the toilet. But I got my nails green, okay. I started walking, okay. We got a juicer. I started eating better, like, okay. So I just know I'm in divine alignment with this new moon. Anyway, build Kundalini.